Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Night Live. My name's Kelley, Farley. I'm an independent Stampin' Demonstrator in Cracker, Auckland. And I do card making on a Sunday night free class. And then, so on a Sunday at this stage. So tonight we're going to be making this box pillar card. So if I stand it up, you'll see that it looks like that. Just need to get this up and going. Make sure I'm on the right account, because I've done that before. Yep, there it is. Okay, let's mute that so we don't get feedback. Right, please do say hi if you're there. If you're not, then that's all cool too. I'm a bit behind with posting these on Facebook, but I do on YouTube, but I do post them on YouTube as well for you to go back and have a look at if you find it difficult looking back at videos on Facebook pages. So it's just a really simple. I've just used the same design all the way around, and then a blank space for you to write. So there we have that. So let's get started. Need my hi, Alison. How are you? Just need to get my trimmer and my chamois is already in my box. How are you doing, Alison? Feels like ages since I've seen you. Okay, so I don't think this turns around all the way. So we're going to start with a piece of cardstock that is a 5 3/4. You could make it a standard size. I just wasn't sure if there was going to be any measuring along here. Oh good, I'm glad to hear that. So 5 3/4 by 10 1/8 of an inch. So you will need to have, it'll be the second line after the 10. I'm good, thank you. Busy, as you'd probably imagine, but good. I'm getting there. I'm feeling like I'm getting there, which is great because it's week 5. Alright, so we're going to pop this in, and our scoring marks are 4 1/8. So you could drop this down to 10 if you wanted to. Sorry, 4 1/4, which is a standard American size card. So you could drop it down a little bit if you wanted to and just make it 4 or 3 3/8. I've left it as it is, so it's 4 1/4, and we're going to score across here, which I've already done just to make it easier in my box. And then we're going to score at 5 3/4. Just need my post-it note out of the way. 5 3/4, and then 7 1/4, and then 8 3/4. So your last little one is slightly narrower, and that's so you don't get too much of a bulk in the fold. Okay, so we'll pop that out of the way. So then you end up with this, and I don't know how well you can see it, see the score lines on it, but hopefully it won't be too bad. So you've got your 4 1/4, and then you've got 5 3/4, 7 1/4, 8 3/4, and then this one here is slightly narrower. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're just going to, you want it to go this way, so you want your biggest piece on the right hand side, and the other ones are the scored side, scored on the left hand side. So what I'm going to do is, just to make things a little bit more pliable, I'm just going to fold all the score lines backwards and forwards, just to break some of those fibres up a little bit. So, and then all it's going to be is it comes around and it folds in like that. So before we glue it down, I popped it down like this and glued there and then closed it, because you can see them great, because this edge doesn't actually quite go right into the corner. So if you basically want to fold it over so that those 4 score lines, you can see, make a box, and then they kind of come there about an eighth of an inch away from the edge. Before we put them in, before I stick it down, I've actually done 3 layers on this. Hi Andrea. I've got my base, which is, I just went blank, Misty Moonlight, and then I've got Boho Blue, and then I've got white. You could just do it with one. You could just do 1 layer. You could do just 2 layers, or you can do it with 3 layers. I've just gone down 1/4 of an inch for each one, just to give it that nice little matting. So before I stick it down, I want to pop in my piece of Boho Blue, which will be 4 inches by 5 5/8, and then I've got a smaller piece of white, because you could actually use a smaller piece of the blue as well, but it goes right under. The white will just kind of come up to the edge of it. So I'm going to pop that, I'm going to glue the white on later, but I'm going to pop the blue on. Like so. Hope everyone's had a nice weekend. It's been raining here. Yesterday I just blobbed on the couch. Probably today was the day that I should have done that and done some work. But never mind. And now I've got 3 strips. Now I've used white card and then stamped an image on it. You could use DSP. It's up to you. So these pieces here are 5 5/8 by 5 5/8, yeah, by 1 7/8, and then these ones are 5 1/2 by 1 1/4. Okay, so 5 5/8 by 1 3/8, and then 5 1/4 by 5. What did I say? Now I'm confusing myself. 5 3/4, 5 5/8, 5 1/2 by 1 1/4. Alright, so I put it together just so that I knew that I put my pieces in the right place. Before I do that, I'm just going to stamp on my white pieces. I decided to stamp them instead of using Design Series paper, and I'm using Earthen textures. So this one here I've used on a couple of farewell cards last year, because it's very much like the toy, which is significant to our school. And I'm going to just use, am I going to use a smaller one? Maybe I use a smaller one and the large one, and put one in the middle and 2 on the outside. So this one here can go in here, this one here can go in here, and I'm going to switch up my colours. Oh yay Andrea, that's great that you got to have some time at home. I just want a piece of scrap paper underneath here. Are they starting to wind down the competitions now that it's like, I think of athletics as being more of a summer kind of thing, or does it carry all year? Alright, so I'm going with the darker blue, and I'm just going to line this up as close to the bottom as I can and as centered as I can, like that. And then I'm going to use this colour, which is Wild Wheat. Move that out of the way. And they're probably not going to fit, but it's distracting. probably not going to fit. But that's okay. Oh, they might fit actually. Yeah, they do. Perfect. Okay, so they remind me of like some woven baskets. Now, I'll get those out of the way to clean later. And then I'm going to use... Oh wow, okay, so it's not, it's a long-term thing. Goes all year. I suppose it keeps you out of trouble really then, doesn't it? And then September is like the build up to Christmas and stuff, so. Okay, I'll just get these off because I want to use some of the... So just, you two are my... Oh, I've got 3 people there. Please do say hello so I know who I'm talking to. See, nope, doesn't show up on my phone anymore. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. Let's use this one for something a bit different. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. Now, we've all done the masking thing, haven't we, so that we don't have to worry about, like, we can get the different lengths of our stamps without being too... And if I just put another one there, yeah, it's okay. And then I'm going to put the blue. So I'm just move it down a little bit. And pop the blue so that it comes through the top. So that's one. And then these two, I'm actually going to stick them slightly together so that I can use the same post-it note and stamp them at the same time. Okay, so let me clean this because I'm now going to do the 2 blues. I'm going to go Boho blue with this one there and there, and I'm going to use this one and do the darker blue and try and get out. There, and I've got shadow, bother it. There you go. Okay, let me get these out. So handy having the chamois just to pull out, have it damp with some water, and then you get all the ink off your stamps. And you can put them away straight away. Just saves so much time. And you don't have to worry about products and things that you need to get out. I've also pre-stamped my thank you. So now we're going to put this together and get this out of the way. So the first thing that we're going to do is glue down. So we're going to put some glue on this last little flap. I'm just not seeing. Some glue on this last little flap. Oops, my fan is blowing stuff that I don't want blowing. Alright, so you've got it like that. Then take the third score line and fold it like you're going to fold a card in half. Alright, so you end up with it like that, and that's going to create, just watching, hi Maureen, it's going to create a box. Okay, and you can see in there it doesn't quite go to the edge, but that's okay. And then to send it, it folds flat down like that. That's excited that that's nice that he wants to show you his exciting bee. Alright, so now I've got my 3 boho blue pieces, and I'm going to start by just gluing these on. We're essentially just making a decorative panel. Now again, if you wanted to, you could stamp directly onto these. I would suggest you do that before you fold it and glue it, and then we're just going to fold it back this way to put that last bit on. Such a pretty blue, this one. Oh, then I don't know why he'd want to show you. Right, I'm going to put that one there. Now again, it's quite a bulky card, but you could put some dimensionals on that one. Let's put dimensionals on that one and put these ones around it. So there we go there, and then we'll put this one on the inside. Okay, and then we're going to pop this one on the middle. My other one, I just did 3 panels exactly the same. And then this one, how's your hand, Maureen? Your shoulder, actually. But it's still, are you still slinged up? So that's what that will look like. Then you open it and you've got it around like that. And then we're just going to pop some white. If you've got a nice dark pen, you could write just on that colour there, but I think it just finishes it off a bit by having that piece in the middle, like that. Then I'm just going to get my trimmer. I'm just going to see if I can get just a little sliver off each end. That was not very tidy. Just close to the edge, maybe. That's better. And the same with this one. Sentiments. Oh, that's not very happy. Why is that doing that, I wonder? Sentiments. You know when you have your little off-cut pieces for when you're cutting your oh wow, that'll keep you very busy. Okay, just use some scissors to get that off. Okay, so I can't remember what I was saying. I can't. Oh, you know when you cut your matte pieces and you end up with those little slivers all the way around, you know, from they're like 2 inches or whatever. Great for your sentiments. Don't throw them away. But then make sure you use them. That was very generous of someone, and amazing of you that you've still got catalogues that you can match them to. I probably still have got some, but I've started throwing most of them away. So that. And that. Oh, that's not too bad. Hopefully you can find them in those ones. Some people keep hold of it for a really long time. So you'll be finding cards and scrapbook layouts that you need lots of designer series paper for them to use it all up so it doesn't sit. Okay, so I just matted this on here and I'm just cutting into, not far enough, into there like that, just so it gives, that's okay. Random DSP is, I was going to dimensional that, never mind. I will dimensional. I'm going to put some dimensionals here and here. I'm still getting used to, because I just got out so far out of the habit of being organised to do these classes that I still haven't got myself organised enough. But I'm also finding that we're getting up there with the fancy fold cards. We're getting to the point that I'm going to need to start repeating some, I think. So that is that. So when it's flat, it's nice and flat like that, and it'll fold into that. But then when you have it standing up, you've got this nice little message that pops out, and that is the card for tonight. You could do this all with designer series paper. Now, seeing as you've got so much of it, and then just put a matting here for your message, and then just decorate with a sentiment on the top. Great way of using up DSP. All right. Well, that is the end of our class tonight, ladies. Thank you very much for sticking with me. I hope that you might have a go at making one of these. I did have 4 at one point. Now we're down to 2 again. So, but that's okay. That's okay. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you have a lovely evening. I now have to go and find a reliever for one of our teachers. So this is 1 and 2. And yeah, so thank you, Alison. It's quite a nice set actually. It's one that when I first looked at it I was like, oh no, I don't need that. And then Stampin' Up did a I think it was World Card Making Day, and they had this as one of the stamps. No problem, Andrea. Not just me that's not used to you doing this again on a Sunday night. Yeah, so I have to get back into the habit of getting myself organised. Is there a happy birthday in that font? Not in this set. This is the set here that I was using. It's more of a thank you set than a happy birthday, but it's quite a nice font, that. Another one that might be quite good, but it's retired, is the Sentimental Swirls. Oh, thanks, Mary. Maybe my Facebook's not showing me the right people. It says there's only 2. Yeah, so there's quite a clear sentiment like that says happy birthday. I think I've used on a couple of cards when we came back. But no, that's all the, there's only thank you in that font that I know of. It's quite a nice font. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave you. I've got to go and do some work, find a reliever, do some reading, and I will see you next Sunday night. I'll pop a picture up if you have a go at making it. I'd love to see it, and I will see you next Sunday night. Alright, bye for now.